The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Titan webinar. We'll wait a couple more minutes for everybody to join. Thank you for your patience. We have a lot of people joining in. We're glad to see so many people come to the webinar. We'll just wait 1 or 2 minutes more, and then we'll start. Okay, we would like to start. So, hello everybody, and welcome to Titan. We were really glad to see all of you here. We have a really impressive attendee here, and we're really happy with all of that. And we want in this opportunity to share with you a lot of the things that are new inside from Titan in our platform. So as you all know, we are constantly innovating and creating new features that will be part of our platform. All due to a lot of requests that we're receiving from a lot of different customers around the world, including yourself as well. And we really love the attention and we really love to hear all your requirements and needs and give you solutions and different scenarios how we can help you out with your request. So this will be the first webinar from a series of webinars where we will show you a lot of different things, new features that we are excited to share with you guys that is now part of our platform. We will be specifying in this webinar a couple of issues, a couple of new features, and the next webinars we will introduce a lot of new other things as well. So first of all, I would like to introduce Mr. G, Gal Spironi, who is our VP Alliances and is my panelist for this webinar. Hi, Gal.
Hi, Ronnie. Hi, everyone. Very glad to be here. I see a lot of people still joining. Hope that everyone will arrive. Just a few issues about the webinar. So we will start soon. I just want to mention that you have the question panel where you can raise questions. I will always also send you a survey later on, so please fill it so we will know what to do in the next webinar. And in addition, in 2 weeks from now, we will have another webinar, and it will be dedicated to the document generation. All yours, Ronnie.
Thank you. And I'm Ronnie. I'm the VP Product here in Titan. So just to emphasize what Gal said, it will be very good for us to hear what you think and your request for more webinars. We are now building this kind of syllabus for a series of webinars, and we'll be happy to hear from you guys. So for this webinar, we will focus on 3 different subjects. Each subject, like what you see right now on the screen, has a lot of different sub-subjects that you will see in a few minutes in a live demo. So the first one will be our new push notification option, which will open your world into sending push notifications into your customers to your internal company's users, etc. It's supported both with mobile and also on the desktop. The second topic will be Lightning Web Components. So this is a very exciting feature that enables you guys to embed any form that you create on the Titan platform and have it inside your Salesforce for internal use. We will see a couple of business scenarios for you guys to think about of using this kind of thing. And the last one will be a nice feature that was added just recently, which is the barcode scanner, an option for you guys to scan a barcode and get information about this barcode directly from Salesforce. So without any further ado, let's start by drilling into the first topic, which is push notification. Just let me go to this one. Okay, so what I want to show you right now and talk to you about is the push notification. So push notification, I guess that everybody knows what I'm talking about. Whenever I'm as a user want to have some kind of update on something that happened, I want to get it just directly to me, either in my mobile phone or in my desktop as a notification. For example, when you receive an email, you don't go and check your email every few minutes. You're waiting for the push notification to come from Gmail, from Microsoft, or whatever service that you're using. So now you can do the same with Form Titan. So Form Titan now knows to get the approval from the customer or from your user, the consent to send him push notification, and then allows you to have some kind of a logic and automation inside your Salesforce using the regular automation tools, process builder, flows, or anything that you want, and then send the push notification whenever you feel this is the right moment. So I'll start with showing just very simple demo how it works, and then I want also to talk about different business scenarios. So the first business scenario which I want to mention, for example, is for internal users, internal company users. For example, you have opportunities which are working on it like 5 different users, maybe more, from your company, and you want to set some kind of alert saying if the opportunity is now getting to a stage which is increasing the probability of closing or decreasing the probability, you want to notify all the members of the opportunity right away. So this is one example of sending a push notification instead of an email or stuff like that. Another option is, for example, if you have end users that are creating cases inside your self-service portal, for example, and they want to get an update on any kind of change about the case. So if the status has changed or if it got escalated or stuff like that, so you want to send to the end customer, okay, please pay attention, the case has updated, okay? Another good example is, for example, if the customer placed an order with your company and now he wants to know when the order is getting shipped, okay, to him, and he wants to know the tracking information. So you can send it to him directly via push notification directly to his mobile phone or his desktop, depends on what you want, and then it will have this option of notifying him, please pay attention, the order is on its way. So let me just show you how it looks like as the end result, and then I will also drill down on how can we make it happen actually. So this is my Salesforce, okay? I'm now showing the second option of users who are creating cases inside our self-service portal, and then they want to get a notification on any change of the case, and the manager also wants to get a notification in case the option is the case is getting escalated. So this is the second option, okay? So let me start with the end customer. I'm here, this is my desktop, so this is playing the role of the end customer. He opened the case, we are now working on the case, so let me just show you, for example, if I change the description, okay? And once I click on save, on any change of the case, it will now invoke a process builder that will send the customer the push notification. If you now can see on my bottom right of the screen, this is the push notification that I just received. So the push notification is totally brandable and customizable according to what you need. You can change the image here, you can change the title, the body, and you can even say the push notification is persistent, meaning it will stay here on the screen until the user will discard it. In addition, you can also say, okay, we have a couple of call to action buttons here that each one of them will have a different action behind it. For example, if you click on go to the case, then it will open a form with all the case details for you to see, for example, what changed. Okay, this is an option. So you can have here up to 5 buttons. Now I will also want to show you, okay, I will make this case escalated. So it will also send a push notification to the manager, and I want to show you how it looks like in the mobile app. So let me just, I'm sharing my mobile app. Just a second. Okay, now you see my mobile app, my mobile phone, okay? And you can see here on my notification tab that I just got the escalated case, okay? So if I see here, it says case number 1051 with subject webinar demo live, just got escalated. And now I've added this one also, this escalation icon for me to know, okay, this is an emergency, please handle that, okay? So it will be here until I just discard it, and only then it will go away. Of course, I can also state what happens if I press on it, and then it can open different URLs. As I said, we can have different buttons here on top of the push notification. So this is just an explanation on how it actually works in the end. Now I want to show you in a couple of minutes how to set it up in your forms. Okay, so let me just go back to my Salesforce, and I will show you like that. Okay, so we need a couple of things, and I will start with the basics of what we need to prepare for that, and then I will show also in form type. So for us to send a push notification to the user, we need to get his consent. Once he is allowing us to send a notification, the browser where he is using to search for in our forms is generating some kind of authorization string, which is very long. Okay, it's called the push notification authentication string. This string needs to be stored inside Salesforce because afterwards it will be used for us to send it to this customer. Okay, this is the key of how we identify which one do we need to send to. Okay, so I'll show you that, for example, under the contact object, I've created a new field which is called PNO. It can be called whatever you want. It's just a long text area which is limited to 30,000 characters. You can do it even less. Okay, so this is just a placeholder, and then I will show you right now how I push this kind of information into Salesforce and how can I request the consent of the user itself for these notifications. So I will just start a new form. You can do it on your existing forms as well, of course. Okay, and I will show you, for example, that now we have a form. Just put here a text box, nothing special, okay, and save, okay. Now that I will publish that, you will see that I just see the text box, nothing special happened. I'm sure that you all know what I'm talking about. That's it. Now I will add this push notification. So I'll have a hidden field, okay, and I will make it much bigger for you to see. Sorry. Now that I have this hidden field with the key, now what I want to say.
Only there is a request to make it a bit slower.
Okay, so I'll try to be a bit slower. So I've added this hidden field here. And now what I want to do, I want to say, okay, I'm using a system value here on my right. And I'm saying this hidden field is a type SP web push. Okay. Once I click on save, now I will go to my form and refresh that. Just a second. Once I go and refresh, you can see that on my top left of the browser, it says that form titan wants to show notification for you guys. Once I click on allow, just a second, I will enable to see the hidden field, because otherwise you don't see that. Okay, so you see the key now is empty, and it's asking me, okay, can I please have your consent to send you push notifications? So once I click on allow, you will see that the hidden field is now populated with a very long string. Okay, if I show you in the debug, you will see this kind of string. This string is being generated by the browser for this specific user, meaning that my user, my desktop, my home currently is generated this string. So for example, if I will use this string afterwards to send the push notification, it will get to my desktop. Okay. So now all I have to do is to push this string into Salesforce and put it inside my contact in the field that I just created. And afterwards, I can use that to send the push notification. Now I will show you on the Salesforce side, how can I actually invoke the push notification process and send the actual push notification to the customers. Up until now, this was the easy part, which is not a problem. We just get the authentication string and push it into Salesforce. Next thing, let me just open the setup here in Salesforce. Again, as I said, we have the option to do it with Process Builder. We can do it with a flow. And of course, if you do want, you can also do it with Apex. So let me just show you this one. Okay. So we have here a Process Builder. Okay. The assumption here is that, of course, you all have our package of Form Titan installed on your Salesforce org. This is very important because part of the package is the function that we're going to use right now. So in this case, what I said, I want to have the push notification on the case. I say, okay, anytime the case is being created or edited. And then I'm saying, okay, the escalation to manager, if the case status equals escalated, then I want to push the notification to the manager. And how do I do that? I'm using an Apex, which is part of our package, as I said before, which is called Titan Send Push Notification. Okay, and what it gets a series of different variables. The first one is the notification authorization, the long string that we just saw. In this case, I'm holding it inside the manager object, okay, in this case. And the field there is called PN off, okay? Next, I can specify what is the title of the notification. In this case, it's escalated case. And the body is, you can do a static string, you can do a field reference with a formula field that says, okay, that combines lots of different fields. What I just showed you before is case number with subject, blah, blah, blah. It got escalated, please call, blah, blah, blah. So this is a formula field that I've created, and then I'm sending this text as a push notification. And also here, I can state the image URL, which you saw, which is the escalation mark, just to make it more private. Of course, we can also have a lot of different variables as well. This is not the only thing. you can add here require user interaction. This is the call to action that I was talking about. So you can make it consistent, meaning that it won't go away until the user actually discards it. So you can do that. You can add a badge. A badge is the small icon that you see in the notification bar in your mobile device. This is the badge. So you can change that as well. It doesn't have to be what you saw in my example with the home. It can be something else. It can also be right to left and left to right, image URL, and a lot of other things. Of course, all of the different valuable attributes here are specified in our documentation, and feel free to look inside of it. And we have also a very long video of showing how can you customize this process builder to show to send push notifications, and also have an option to do it with the flow. Now we'll just show you how I do it for the customer. So on the customer side, I'm saying, okay, if the contact is not null, then I want to send him the push notification like that. And here the text is a bit different. So here I just said, okay, the case got updated, and that's it. And of course, I used a different notification authentication code, which is sitting on the contact record itself. Here on this case, I said require user interaction equals true. I want it to be persistent. I don't want the user to the notification to disappear before the user has the option to see it, okay, and take care of it. So this is a very simple way to interact and engage with your customers and also internal users with directly sending them notifications on any kind of scenario, any kind of options that you want that happens inside Salesforce. What all you need to do is just get one time their consent, and then you store it in Salesforce, and then any kind of logic that you want, send the notification back to the users and ask them to do something.
Only have one question for you. I know that in Salesforce, we have also a push notification. You can push notification basically inside Salesforce. So what is the main difference?
Okay, so it's a good question. So in Salesforce, we have also push notifications. The main difference is that you can push notifications only via the chatter, and it can only be for Salesforce users that have the Salesforce app installed on their phones, and they have to be a Salesforce user, okay? So in our case, first of all, even if it's internal employee of the company and he doesn't have Salesforce user from any kind of reason, first of all, you can use our platform to send a notification. And also for end customers, this is also possible. So we don't limit you only to Salesforce users. You can send to anybody that is coming into the form and giving you your consent to send them notification. So this is the main difference and one of the biggest advantages of this option. Of course, you can use it for a lot of different scenarios. I'll just go briefly again an overview. For example, you have technicians that you send in the field to fix issues or install new assets with clients, and you got something like urgent happening and you want to send them a notification. You want to notify about some kind of a party or any kind of event inside the company, so you can send a notification. You can any kind of change inside the shipment or maybe even billing options for the user, and you want to notify them. This is the way to do that. It's really comfortable. It's an additional, you can of course use also emails and other traditional methods, but this way you will be able to engage and interact with your customers much easily. Okay, Mr. G, now it's your turn. Now let's hear about Lightning Web Components and how can we use them in order to make our lives much easier and reduce the development.
Okay, thank you. Let me open my presenter. Okay, so what I'm going to talk is about Lightning Web Component. Basically, I assume that most of you know that a year ago, or maybe a bit more, Salesforce started, if you want to develop UI for Salesforce, you need to use Lightning Web Component. It replaced the Lightning component, which was basically replacing the Visual Force. Lightning Web Component required you the knowledge of coding. What we have in Titan is the ability to create a form any kind of form, and then to embed it as a Lightning Web Component by two checkboxes that I will show you soon. And using the Lightning page builder in Salesforce, just drag the relevant Lightning Web Component of our package, and then you have a screen that contains a form. So if I will give you some, before I will show you how to build one like this, let me give you some nice example of usage. So first example, I want to show you a Lightning app. This is a Lightning app page. And inside the Lightning app page, what you can see is basically a map, which is a form. And the map contains all the accounts based on their coordinates. So this form, of course, is a form that does not require any development, only Google Map API. And not only that you can show all the accounts, you can also play with filters, and then immediately it's reflected. No development, only one form. You can also click, and then you can update information, again, using the form. So this is one example of something that you can do. Another good example is payment. As you know, when you want to do payment integration from Salesforce, it requires development. It can take up to, I don't know, 50 hours or even more to make an integration with the payment gateway. In Titan, let me just show you, we have several payment integration available. Let me just open an existing one, and I will show you the different payment that we have. So in Titan, if I will go to the payment integration, you will see that we have more than 10 different type of payment gateway that if you have the key and the credential, then you can use in order to make a payment. Now, this is nice. It doesn't require any coding, but if you want to use it inside Salesforce, then you can embed the form, and this is the form. You can embed it inside a Lightning Web Component, and then, for example, I can put it inside opportunity. So let's assume this is my opportunity. Let me delete this old information. And then I have a payment tab. The payment display the opportunity line item with the amount. And this is a Stripe element, which enable me to do the integration. In this case, integration to Stripe, but it can be any other from the list that I just show you. Then I can populate the relevant information. So from pay, now I did the integration with the payment gateway. And if I will go to the detail page, I'm supposed to see the IPN, the application that was returned from Stripe. There are additional information that I can get from the Stripe, but I just wanted to show you an example. So this is another example of Lightning Web Component. And another one, which is also very nice, is the file. As you know, files in Salesforce, the related list of files, is very, let's say, not flexible. You can see the files, but you cannot see any other metadata on the file. And if, for example, you want, during the upload of a file, you want to give it additional categorization, additional metadata, you need to, either you will do upload, and then you will do edit to the file, and then you can add more information, or you need to do development. And if you want, let's assume that you have a record inside Salesforce that have tens of files under it, 60, 70, I don't care how many, you don't have the ability to sort it. You don't have the ability to filter it. So what we did is two simple forms. One of them is upload file. Inside the upload, I can give the file a name, but I can also give it some extra metadata, and then I can choose the file. Once I uploaded, this is regular upload file, I can go to a tab which contains the Lightning Web Component. So this is display exactly like the file, but it allows me also to do filtering, to do sorting, and I can also do a view file, and I can do also download of the file. Let me just see. I can also do download. The file is big. So I can basically do whatever is available also in the files related.
So a quick
this is another.
Just a quick
yes.
I'm sure our audience will love to hear. So did you create a new object for that? Did you customize that? Or have you used the standard files option? Because we know that the file, we cannot add any kind of attribute for the display.
Okay, so what we did here is basically everything is out of the box. I didn't do anything. I just did very simple change to the content version. Content version is the file object in Salesforce. I just added two pick list category and subcategory. That's it. All the components that you see, the component, this one is sitting above the content version and the rest content related object, but I didn't add any custom object.
So what you're saying is that you're not using any other data and you're not using storage to store these files in a custom way. It's all of that is the standard file, and you just added a few fields on top of that. And now you allow in this LWC, in this Lightning Web Component, to add new files, to download, to view a preview, to sort, and add even more attributes.
Yes, exactly. Basically one for upload and one for view, and you have it. Any other question, Ronnie?
That's nice. I wish I had it a couple of years ago. It would save me a lot of time in a couple of my projects.
Okay, so now after we saw some example, and by the way, you can do it, you can really open your mind and think about the possibility. You can add a Lightning Web Component for a calendar, for YouTube, for Vimeo, all kind of, or just you want to create a nice LWC containing all kind of information from several objects together with nice design. You can also do it with a form and several guests. So there are a lot of options. You just need to think about the idea, build the form, and embed it into LWC. And now let me show you how to build one from scratch. So I will do a new form, an empty one. And then what I'm going to show is how to create a check-in capability. Like, let's assume that I'm a technician, that I arrive to the customer place, and I need to do a check-in to notify my manager where I'm located or where the customer is located. So what I will do is first I'm going to add the Google Map component. And for the Google Map, I need to take a key. So I will just use a key. I will just grab it from another place. So this is the key. Then I will go to the personalization and put it here. So this is the Google Map key, and now I'm going to add a few hidden fields. I'm going to add 4 hidden fields. And let me explain the usage of each one. So 2 of them are going to store the lat and long of the location, of the geolocation. This will be the lat, this will be the longitude. And what we have in Titan, and this is the big difference, is they have inside the system variable, you can choose the system, the location, the position. So what I will do, I will take the position longitude, and for the latitude, I will do the same. And once the form will be loaded, basically the location will be asked from the browser, or if you are in your mobile, from the GPS. So this is 2 hidden. Another hidden, I will make it the account ID. And why do I need this? Because when you use LWC, when you are inside the record, we need to get the record ID. So this is what we do automatically. You just need a record ID field, and I will show how to map it. And the last one is going to be indication whether to show or hide the map. This is really optional. I just want to do it for the test now. By default, I will put a value 1, and I will show you why. Now in the map, I'm going to configure it to bring the account. And inside the condition, I will say, bring me the account where the account ID equals the account ID that I will get from Salesforce. And in the map field, I will tell him bring me the billing latitude, which I'm going to update, and the billing longitude, and let's do also the name. That's it. And I will do it as a use custom action, and just will choose color of the pin. Now I can do also return value, and this will allow you, if someone clicks on the pin, then it can, using the hidden, perform a custom action and update something, like I showed you before in the Lightning app page. Okay, so this is done. Now I'm going to make this button a check-in, and I will change it to a Salesforce section. And the Salesforce section will push to the account. I will do an update to the account, again, based on the account ID. And now I will map the lat and long that I took from the hidden field. So this will be the lat, and this will be the long. Again, we'll do custom action, apply, finish, and last thing, I will choose it here, and I will override the show hide. So by default, it will come with the value of 1, and when I will do the check-in, the value will be changed, and then I can do a condition to show the map. So this is done, and now let's do the condition, and the condition will be on this one. So what I will say, if it's equal 1, and again, this is just an example, I want to hide Google Map. And I can do it also with support opposite, but since I want to add another condition inside, another action, I will do it differently. So if it's not equal 1, let me show you the value, and let me also bring the get to activate the get of the account. I think that everything is done. Let me change the background, give it some color, and let me choose an account ID before I will do it from inside. Take this one, and this is FLD 5. Okay, so now I will publish it, and I will first test it. So it was FLD 5 equal the account ID. By default, I don't see anything. When I do check in, I'm supposed to see my location, but something went wrong. Technical detail. This is really nice when you do something and it's not working. Oh, something with Google Maps, but it doesn't want to. Okay, so let me show you something that hopefully will work. This is the same. Yeah. So now it's the same. Probably I had a mistake maybe with the Google Key API. What I did, and let me refresh and show you it as now as a LWC. So you have it without the map, and now I do a check-in. Now I am updating the lat and long from the browser location, and this is my address, my real address. Now I forgot to show you one important stuff, and this is how to make it as a LWC. So you need to go from the form, limit, and then you need to set the LWC, choose the record ID. In this case, it will be the account ID. You need to choose an hidden field that will be the record ID. This is what will be passed in the record page. And in order to make it also the size become bigger and smaller based on the size, you need to set the post messages. And the last issue that you need to do inside Salesforce, you need to go to the edit page. And as part of our package on the left side, you will find Titan LWC. You just need to drag it, click on it, and put the URL of the form. Now you can see that I don't need to put the record ID because we do it automatically. We take the record ID of the object and pass it into the LWC. And then I add the account ID. Last, I want to show you how it will look in the mobile. Let me see if my I see it was disconnected. Oh, never mind. You can do it the same way you can do also in mobile, and then it will use the GPS of the mobile. That's it for the LWC.
Thank you, Mr. G. Let me take over now, and I will show the last thing, and I will also show you how we can make these Lightning Web Components also visible in the mobile app. Just a second. Okay. So,
yeah, good.
Yeah, I want to share with you our last feature for today, which is the barcode scanner. So what does it mean anyway? So basically on any product that you sell or you see in the store, you have barcodes there. It can be a one-dimensional barcode, the traditional way. It can be a QR code, which is a two-dimensional barcode, and it can be on any different kind of types. By the way, you have more than 60 different types of barcodes around the world, and we support all of them, or at least all that we know of. So imagine that the business scenario is pretty simple. You have a couple of things. For example, you have a technician that is going to the customer, and he's getting there, and the customer has some of an asset that is installed in his house, and he says, okay, it's not working. So the technician wants to know if the asset is under warranty, or maybe he wants to get the knowledge articles directly from Salesforce regarding this specific asset. Maybe he wants to get the specification of this product directly from Salesforce. This is one option. Another option, for example, you are hosting an event in your company, and you send an invite to a lot of invitees, and you send them a badge. The badge includes the name of the person and also a QR code that identifies them. So once they are coming to the registration panel where they want to come inside of the event, you scan with your mobile phone the code, and now you know, okay, this was indeed registered, and you can let him in and say in Salesforce, okay, this one is checked in. So all of these different business scenarios are now available using our barcode scanner feature inside Titan. So let me just first show you a quick demo, and then I will show you also how we do that. Okay, so I will share my screen of the lab on my mobile phone. Okay, so this is my mobile phone right now. I'll go to my Salesforce application. Okay, so as you can see, we're now using the regular standard Salesforce mobile app. And here we're using the Lightning Web Component feature that Guy just introduced to you, and embedded inside a form with a barcode scanner. Now I will show you how it works, and you just need to understand the power of the platform where you can build any kind of form or any kind of self-service portal or anything like that, and you can embed it afterwards inside your mobile app. Okay, so I'm here, so I can click here on the picture, okay, and it says, okay, or upload the file or camera. So I'll just open a camera. Okay, so this is my live camera. You can see this screen, and I have a product which is a green notebook, and here on the back I have a barcode. So now I'll scan that. Okay, and I use this picture. Okay, now it's being uploaded into Titan, and it's being analyzed by our algorithm. And now it just went to Salesforce and brought the information of this product. So in this case, you see it's a green notebook, product category toys, and you see a picture, for example. Just to show you another example, so let me just click again. I have here a Harry Potter book, okay, which I'm holding right here. So let me just try to scan it and click OK. It's now being uploaded, analyzed, and voila, you see Harry Potter and the Half-Blooded Prince. It's a book, and here's the image. Okay, so all of that is coming directly from Salesforce in real time. Of course, you can bring information from Salesforce. You can also update information in Salesforce as a push. Of course, all of these are possible using the platform, as you know. So how can we build this? Okay, so let me just show you really quickly because it's really, really easy. So we have this form. Okay, so this is the form that I just showed you. What we have here, we have just added this file upload element, which you all know by using it from different scenarios. We've just upgraded this element and brought it to the next level. So what did we add here? Under the advanced features here, you have a new feature, which is called scan barcode. Once you enable that, every picture or every file that you will upload here will be analyzed to search for the barcode. After it analyzes that, it will extract the code behind the barcode and needs to put it in some kind of hidden field. For that, I have inserted this hidden field here that the customers don't see. And I've mapped it, the scan barcode, to the key, map value to the key. If you want, you can also get the type of the barcode. As I said, you have more than 60 different types of barcodes, so you can use that as well if you need it. Okay, it's not mandatory, but for you. Okay, that's it. Once you have the actual code here in this hidden field, now you can do whatever you want with it. You can go and get information from Salesforce, you can update information in Salesforce, etc. So let me show you just how it works inside desktop. So this is my form, okay? I'm specifically showing you also the hidden field, so you see how it works. Now I have here a picture of a barcode that I took from one of the products. You can see that behind this barcode, the number is 2099 00020. Okay, so this is the actual code behind. So I'll take here, of course, I'm here on the desktop, so I cannot take a picture. So I'm uploading something. So I'll take this one and upload that. You will see now that the barcode here is now, it's brought the number that I just showed you. So it's analyzed the picture and brought the barcode here. And then I have initiated a get command from Salesforce to get the product information that matches this product key. In this case, we have a product that's called The One Thing, which is a bestseller from the New York Times. So you can see here that the business scenarios are limitless. Okay, you can, as I said, scan badges and update the attendee of the person who is coming to an event. You can send technicians and let them update stuff on the product in real time, get information about assets, get information about warranties, etc., etc. All of that can be done very easily. All you need to do is bring an image, upload image element into your form, and just set it as scan barcode. That's it. That's easy. Okay, so this is it for our current webinar. So a couple of things, first of all, that we are going to go over the questions that you've just written here, and we'll try to answer as much as possible live. The rest that we won't have time, we will answer using an email. We will send also at the end the recording of the webinar to everybody who signed up. So you'll get also the recording. In addition, I just want to give you a sneak peek for our next steps in the Titan world. So our next
just before the sneak peek, just I put in the chat the survey. So please, if you have the time, just 4 questions if you can populate them, and we answer all of the questions. So I try to make the answer public during the session. So I hope that all of you saw them. Yeah, Oni, yours.
Yeah. So the survey is very important for us to get your request for future topics for the webinars, for any kind of questions or anything that you would like us to share more information about. It will help us to help you much better and faster. So thank you very much in advance for that. Regarding the sneak peek, so we are working very hard in the last couple of weeks and months on completely new features in the Titan platform world. In our next webinar, we will be talking and focusing specifically on the document generation world, which is exploding here in Titan and have tons of new features. We will talk about our new option of exporting and generating Excel files, okay, in addition to the Word files that we already have. So we will show you in live how can you create Excel files with multiple sheets inside of it, okay, directly from Salesforce. We will show you some cool new features we have introduced in the document generation, including multi-columns inside the Word and a lot more. And in the next one, we will reveal a brand new product by Titan that will hopefully blow your mind, okay, with a lot of new things and new features. We call it the Titan 2.0, and hopefully you will really like it. So there is a lot of things to stay around, and please stay tuned to our emails and our responses with you. Guys, please keep asking questions and challenge us to bring more stuff. Mr. G, do we have any questions that we need to answer here?
No, I think that there are some difficulty for some people to access because they maybe didn't use the correct email, but I think that we are fine.
Okay, so I have a question here. Can notification be time dependent? The answer is yes, of course, because you can do a process builder or a flow which will be time dependent, and then the notification itself will also be time dependent. Basically, you are sending the notification using the automation tools you have in Salesforce, and they have the time dependency option inside of that. So once the process builder will actually run, only then you can send the push notification to the customer or your internal user. So for that, the answer is, of course, yes. Next question. Thank you. My head is spinning with possibilities. We're glad to hear. This is the purpose of these webinars. We want to open your minds and show you a lot of things that we can do inside of our platform and give you all different business scenarios and options, how you can evolve with our platform. We see a lot of different things that customers do, and it's like mind-blowing for us as well to see how customers are getting creative and go beyond and beyond to new varieties. Regarding the schedule for our next webinar, no, we didn't share our schedule. You're right. We will send the invite for our next webinar tomorrow, and then we will also publish a full schedule for a couple of months ahead until the end of 2020 that will fill your calendar with webinars by Titan. We have a lot of different things to share with you, and we would love to hear also your suggestions for topics that you want to hear from us for more. In addition, we're also starting a new series of webinars, which is called Masterclass, that will be much shorter. It will be maximum 30 minutes long. It will take place every week. Every week, it will be only one topic where you will be able to join to hear from us, from the professionals at Titan, about one specific topic. And you will be able to also ask questions on that topic as well. So this will be the Masterclass sessions, and we will publish the schedule in a couple of days. Can I see the send push notification in one place, like email? Okay, so the answer is you can do that inside Salesforce or Titan. You can do them both. So inside Salesforce, if you want to see, so when you push a notification, you can also create an activity that will be attached to the record where you just send the notification from, and then you will record the thing that you send the push notification. This is one option. Another option is, of course, to post it also on Chatter, so you can actually record that. In addition, in Titan, once you send a notification, you can also say, okay, save it and push the information also to Salesforce. So it will be also a possibility. You can do that both ways. I think the better way is to do it from Salesforce, in my opinion. But again, it's your choice. Masterclass is a great idea. Thank you. We're happy to hear that. What else? That's it for now. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. If not, thank you very much for coming and attending our webinar. We're glad to see so many people coming and listening for the new features of Titan. As I said before, for the sneak peek, believe me, you have a lot of reasons to stay tuned. We are planning something really big for you guys in a really short period of time. So stay tuned, and thank you very much. Have a nice day, and we'll talk to you.
Thank you all.